Really, I do. But Barry and I have known each other since childhood.
Now that the series Arrow has come to an end, The Flash has quickly become the most popular CW network series. With millions of fans all over the world, The Flash only continues to amaze fans with each new season. They have recently announced there will be a 7th season of the hit show, and we are here to give you a little insight into what you can expect to see in this upcoming season of The Flash. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Release date. Since the debut of The Flash in 2014, every new season has aired during the first 2 weeks of October. Some say it's tradition. However, due to the global health situation rocking the globe in 2020, this season will be a little different. You can expect to see Season 7 hitting the screens sometime in January 2021, so very soon. According to the showrunner Eric Wallace, the impact the lockdown had on the show's filming made the season even better. He said, "I think it's making it stronger because it's forcing us to look at these two separate things, which is the end of Eva's story and the beginning of the next villain's story and how she relates to Barry and Iris." Wallace explained that this season will continue straight where Season 6 ended. This is because filming was restricted and then halted suddenly, meaning they were never able to air the last few remaining episodes. Wallace confirms they already have 90% of the first 3 episodes of Season 7 completed and ready to go. That only leaves what we always intended as our 2-part season finale of Season 6 to follow in Season 7's first 2 episodes, which is wrapping up Eva's story. That's all going to be the same. They kind of have to be connected even more because there isn't some summer break anymore. The audience will experience it now, a week later, Wallace stated. Cast. When it comes to The Flash, you never know if the cast will remain the same for the next season. Some cast members have left, some have been fired, and others killed off the show. Whatever it is, the cast seems to change frequently, but this isn't such a bad thing. The show's main characters tend to stay the same, and the addition of villains and other characters is always a pleasant surprise. In Season 7, you can expect Caitlin to be healed and returning, while Iris will return once she has been rescued from the alternate dimension Eva McCulloch trapped her in. However, they probably won't make an appearance until further on in the season. Another face you may recognize is Chester P. Runk, making his debut for 2 episodes in Season 6. He is sure to make more of an appearance in Season 7, maybe even becoming a season regular. Allegra, another familiar face from Season 6, will be making a comeback, and this time as a series regular. She worked with Iris at The Citizen and has helped the Flash crew many times, but has not yet become a part of Team Flash. Sue Dearborn will also make a comeback, although this probably wasn't on purpose. In the Season 6 finale, the series revealed that Eva had framed Dearborn for Carver's murder. Because filming was halted and they weren't able to air the entirety of the intended Season 6, this ultimately became the finale. Otherwise, Dearborn most likely would not be appearing on this upcoming season, as they would have knocked her character off on the Season 6 finale as intended originally. The cast members who will definitely be returning include Candice Patton as Iris West, Danielle Pennebaker as Caitlin Snow, Carlos Valdez as Cisco Ramon, Jesse L. Marin as Joe West, Tom Cavanaugh as Harrison Wells, and Danielle Nicolette as Cecile Horton. Have you noticed one main character's name wasn't mentioned? That is Ralph Dibny, and that is for good reason. Hartley Sawyer, the actor who played Ralph Dibny, or the Elongated Man, will not be returning to the show, and that is certain. But more on this next. Scandal. Hartley Sawyer has been a part of the Flash cast since the 4th season, but has since been fired from the show. Sawyer, otherwise known as the Elongated Man, or Ralph Dibny, has since left the show due to racist, misogynistic, and homophobic tweets that were uncovered from 7 to 8 years ago. Although the tweets were posted long before he signed with the CW network, they still depict incredibly offensive, homophobic, racist, and sexual slurs that just cannot be excused by anyone or anything. Sawyer's removal from the show came just after nationwide protests against systemic racism amid the death of George Floyd. Eric Wallace, the showrunner, tweeted out a statement after the tweets were uncovered. This morning, many of you learned that Hartley Sawyer will not be returning for Season 7 of The Flash. Concerning his social media tweets, they broke my heart and made me mad, and they're indicative of the larger problem in our country. Wallace also tweeted out in a later post, "In regard to Mr. Sawyer's posts on social media, we do not tolerate derogatory remarks that target any race, ethnicity, national origin, gender, or sexual orientation. Such remarks are antithetical to our values and policies, which strive and evolve to promote a safe, inclusive, and productive environment for our workforce." Hartley Sawyer himself later made a statement regarding his past tweets surfacing that read, "My words, irrelevant of being meant with an intention of humor were hurtful and unacceptable. I am ashamed I was capable of these really horrible attempts to get attention at that time. I regret them deeply. This was not acceptable behavior. These were words I threw out at the time with no thought or recognition of the harm my words could do, and now have done today. Following these tweets becoming public, fellow cast member Grant Gustin took to Instagram to share his thoughts about the situation, stating, "I don't have much to add because Eric's thoughts are stated so eloquently and powerfully. I will say I was shocked, saddened, and angry when I saw the tweets. Words matter." Even though Sawyer will definitely not be appearing in the next season of The Flash, Ralph Dibny may be recast. Wallace, the showrunner, said in order to wrap that up, which we're going to do at the top of season 7, Ralph has to be a part of that. Now thank goodness, Ralph is a guy who can change faces and his appearance in many ways. Without giving any spoilers away, there are a couple of ways that we can have Elongated Man still appear in at least one episode this season to wrap that storyline up. That gets us what we need and still allows fans to say goodbye to the character, at least for the indefinite future. It's funny, I guess technically it would be a recasting, but the character won't be a big part of season 7. He'll only be a part of just wrapping up the Sue storyline. Plot. Now, what you've all been waiting for. What will happen in Season 7? Well, we only know so much, but here's what we can tell you. During Season 6, the series was split into two halves. The first followed Barry Allen coming to terms with his mortality. Allen's super speed is getting weaker and weaker, and with Iris missing as well, his emotions are at an all-time high. The second half follows the new, secretive supervillain, Eva McCulloch, who happens to trap Iris West in the dreaded Mirrorverse. Eric Wallace told fans at the DC Fandom Convention that Season 7 will focus on connecting these two halves from Season 6 and answering all the questions viewers may have. In Season 7, we can expect to see a lot more of Eva McCulloch and her evil ways. Eva desperately wants to get her old life back and get out of this alternate dimension. In Season 6, Eva finally escapes this alternate mirror dimension. However, upon her escape, she traps Iris in the Mirrorverse, leaving Barry Allen desperate to get his wife back. Once Eva is back out in the real world, she is set on getting revenge on her ex-lover and current CEO of McCulloch Technologies, Joseph Carver, the one who left her to rot in the Mirrorverse. The ultimate Flash couple were sadly torn apart in Season 6, with Iris West becoming trapped in the Mirrorverse, all thanks to Eva McCulloch and her quest for revenge. The pair have always had a deep connection, which is probably why they are the most adored couple on the show. When answering questions at the DC Fandom panel, Candice Patton, who plays Iris West, said a lot of the romance and the chemistry between Grant and I have always been something even deeper than that. It's the way that we look at each other and the way the characters are written. She assured fans that Barry and Iris will be reunited in Season 7. As for when this will happen, your guess is as good as ours. Production will probably wait a few episodes to build the tension between all characters and make the reunion between the couple even more emotional. In the upcoming season, we can also expect another supervillain to reappear. Godspeed has been rumored to make an appearance. I know what you're thinking. Didn't the Flash defeat him in the previous season? Well, turns out it was one of his many clones. The real Godspeed, otherwise known as August Hart, is still roaming around, ready to cause havoc. August Hart is an old friend of Barry Allen, but surely they can't be very friendly if he becomes a villain. It will be interesting to see how this plays out, and if Barry Allen will be faced with the real Godspeed in Season 7. The addition of two supervillains in one season is also very interesting. This typically does not occur in the series. Usually they defeat one villain and another one appears in the normal sequence of events. How will Team Flash work together to take down these villains? We can't wait to find out. There you have it, all the details we know so far about the upcoming season of The Flash. We can't wait to see how they spin this season and how the global health situation has changed the sequence of events.